So yes, you can eat what you want and lose weight. So how do you do that, right? A lot of people ask me the question, like, how do you stay thin? How did you lose weight? Like all of these questions, they're coming up because I eat anything I want. They see me eating cake, they see me eating burgers, they see me eating pizza, and here I am. So they get really jealous and they start asking questions why and how. So today I'm gonna tell you my tips and tricks on how to do it. Number one tip, forget about diets. I know it's hard. I know you probably been in this diet mentality for quite a while, so you need to allow yourself to eat anything you want. It's scary, I know. It's scary, it's mind blowing, it's very confusing. Um, but you gotta listen to your body. Your body knows. Your body knows, your subconscious knows what you need to eat, what food you want, what food you don't want, what food you need, what food you don't need, how much you need to eat, what you're eating. So all of that information, all of this information in your subconscious. So your body knows. Just allow yourself to eat anything you want and just let it go. And I know there are a lot of questions come to your mind like, well, I'm constantly craving cake, right? Or constantly craving pizza. I can eat pizza all day long. I used to be like that too. I used to be, I remember I was thinking like it doesn't make any sense because if you allow me to eat anything I want, I'll just start eating junk food and junk food and junk food. And this, this saying is a little bit different because it's not about what you want to eat, but it's about what your body wants to eat. And those are two different things because for me, like if I see cake, I want to eat cake. But does my body want that cake? That's a different story. So you gotta start listening to your body and see, okay, I want that cake, but does my body want it? Will my body feel really good after it? What will my body feel after I eat this cake? Will I feel excited, energized, or will I feel tired and sluggish? So you gotta see and check what's going on in your body and listen to it. So that's where you get in touch with your emotions and the reasons why you eat. Because a lot of people, and me myself included, a lot of times I eat because it's emotional eating. Because I'm trying to satisfy my emotional hunger. So I might be feel frustrated, I might be feel sad, I might feel lonely, I might feel some negative emotions. And my go-to used to be go and get a piece of cake and eat that piece of cake, and then the sugar rush comes up and I feel a little bit better for just probably 30 minutes, and then the crash comes down and then I feel worse because I start blaming myself because I ate that cake. I start thinking all the negative thoughts. I don't like my body anymore because I feel like I'm gaining weight right after I ate that piece of cake. It doesn't work this way, but yeah. So a lot of negative emotions come into my mind, and then like that piece of cake wasn't good for me. If you eat a piece of cake, at least you enjoy it, at least feel good after it. But if you don't, you gotta start listening to your body and start working with your emotions and see what's going on. Like, why do you eat? Do you eat because it's emotional eating, or do you eat because you actually want and you will actually enjoy it and you will feel good after you eat this? Ask yourself, do you feel a physical hunger or is it emotional hunger? Sometimes we eat for not strange reasons, but for different reasons that we're not supposed to. So sometimes I feel thirsty and probably I didn't drink enough water during the day, and then I feel something going on in my tummy. I'm like, what's going on there? So uh, that's why my go-to tip, I usually drink a glass of water before I eat. I know some people say it's good, some people say it's not good. So do what works for you. But try to differentiate if it's thirst or if it's hunger. And then if it's hunger, is it emotional hunger or is it the physical hunger where you need to eat something in order to get some fuel in your body? Or you want to eat because you want to feel better, because you need to get some rest, because that's the only time you allow yourself to actually take rest? So ask yourself those questions before you eat. Look at it this way. So let's say you have emotional hunger. So it's similar to, let's say, a car. So you're running out of gas, right? And you see you're running out of gas, so you're going low, right? So, and you go to the mechanic and you tell them to change your oil. So will changing your oil solve the problem running out of gas? Like those are two different things. Those two different things that should be solved separately, right? No, you need to go to the gas station and get some gas. That's what you need to do in that situation. So if it's emotional hunger, you need to give yourself some love and attention in order to solve it. And if it's a physical hunger, like if you need to change your oil in the car, then you change your oil in the car. So those two separate things that you need to do, like if you need to eat physical, eat. If it's emotional, don't eat, do something else instead and give yourself some love instead. Another big part of intuitive eating is accepting yourself the way you are. We try to lose weight because we don't love ourselves, because we don't accept the way our body is. We try to change something, we try to change ourselves with the diet, right, with the certain restrictions or whatever you're using right now. So until you accept yourself as the way you are, it's probably not gonna change because what you resist persists. So if you resist being the way you are right now, it's gonna persist because your body, your mind wants you to give some love and acceptance. So it wants some love and acceptance within yourself. So once you start loving yourself, once you start accepting yourself the way you are right now, and we all beautifully imperfect. I'm imperfect. Everyone is imperfect. There is no perfect being in the world, right? Everyone is unique, and we are perfectly imperfect in our imperfections. What did I say? Anyway, so yeah, so no one is perfect. If you see some perfect picture on Instagram, well, first of all, Photoshop, of course. Second of all, bunch of filters. Third of all, that's not real life. People don't show you real life. There's so many filters on Instagram. Like I was checking filters on Instagram, like so many. Like you can change your whole look. You can look completely different, not the way you look. It's amazing. So people show you what they want you to see, but they don't show the real personality. They don't show the real picture. They don't, everything is Photoshop. That's why sometimes for me it's so depressing to go on Instagram. Like everyone has a perfect picture, and I don't know how to do that. Because I try to be more natural. I try to, like, for me it stresses me out because it feels like everyone's life is perfect except mine, right? But all our lives are not perfect. We have something we're working on. We have something that we're trying to achieve. Like there's always something going on, and like even in perfect life, there's always little things that you might want to change or you might to, but still you need to accept it the way it is. You need to accept your life the way it is. You need to accept yourself the way you are. And once you do that, this resistance, this kind of pressure, because when you resist, you kind of, you put in pressure on the situation. You put in pressure on yourself to be something that you're not. You put in pressure on people to see something that you're not. And when you put that so much pressure in it, nothing is changing because your subconscious mind sees that there's a lot of pressure going on and doesn't want to change because you're paying so much attention to it right now, so nothing is changing. So remove the pressure and accept yourself and love yourself and tell yourself every day in the mirror how beautiful you are, no matter what, without makeup, without, even if you look terrible. And sometimes in the morning I wake up like, "Oh, good night." I just slept. So yeah, sometimes it surprises you, but still, I love and accept myself the way I am anytime and any moment. And you need to love and accept yourself as you are anytime at any moment in your life. And as soon as you start accepting, all the resistance will be gone, all the struggle will be gone, and you will just feel love and acceptance. And it takes time. For me, it was a very long journey. It was a very long journey to come to accepting myself the way I am, to loving myself the way I am, to accepting my life the way it is. So a few years, yes, and it's a process. It's a journey, and it's still going. It's never gonna end. It's still continuing and going as we evolve and as we change it every day, right? So just get to know yourself better and give yourself some love. Another tip when it comes to food, because when we're talking about intuitive eating, we're talking about eating, right? So, uh, very good question to ask when you actually start eating or when you decide that you want to eat. Do I really like this? Like, do I really want this? Do my body want this? How will it make me feel after I eat this? Do I respect my body enough to, but anything I see like in it. Like if I see cake, I eat the cake because it looks pretty, right? So do I respect my body enough to say no to that cake or leave it for later? Because when you say no, you kind of put in restrictions, right? We don't have restrictions. We just put it for later. And later, if we want it, we can eat it. But now there is no pressure. Now you can eat anytime you want. Like you can buy cake, you can put in the fridge and eat it anytime you want. There's no pressure. But if you ask yourself honestly, do I really want that cake? You will probably answer no because your body wants something else. It wants some good food, right? It wants some good for you food. So whatever it might be, ask your body what it wants because sometimes cake is not gonna solve your problem. Come from the place of love, not greed. It's a journey, it's a habit. It takes time to learn it. It takes time to practice it. It's a journey. It takes time. Like for me, I read so many literature on this topic. I tried so many things myself, and that's where you learn what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And sometimes it's very simple, sometimes it can be really complicated because you start working with yourself, you start getting to know yourself better, you starting to trust yourself in some choices, right? Because it's also trust. I remember that I didn't trust myself with food because I thought I'm gonna eat everything I see, right? All the junk food I see in front of me. And now I started trusting myself more. And as soon as I started trusting myself more, uh, the magic thing happened. I don't want all the junk food anymore, right? I just want whatever is good for my body. I just start listening to my body and I choose something that is good for my body. Put more focus on learning about yourself, put more focus about working out to trust yourself, and less on weight loss. Because when you put too much focus on weight loss, when you put too much pressure on weight loss, you have certain expectations. And when you have expectations, you put in too much pressure, too much, and it creates a lot of pressure that you don't need. It creates a lot of pressure that takes all this energy on all this time from very important stuff. How to learn how to eat intuitively, how to learn how to eat what your body really wants, how to learn to identify what is good for you, what is not good for you, right? And that's the identification is like, does it feel good when I eat it? Does it feel good on my plate? And do I feel good after? So it's all about feeling good before, during, and after. It's all about feeling happy about yourself that you're eating this food. So those are my intuitive eating tips. Start learning about yourself, start asking those questions. Do I really want it? Or is it emotional? Or is it physical? Start getting to know yourself better and start discovering what kind of person you are. And it's an amazing journey. It's your journey. No one else can go, like no one else can do it for you. Only you can do it. But it's so rewarding because once you realize, once you figure out how to do it, once you figure out very easy way to do it, then you can live your life without thinking about food. No more thinking about dieting, no more thinking about calories, no more counting, no more thinking about, no more stress. It removes all the stress about food. I remember I used to be stressed about food all the time. Like I used to be so like every time I eat, I feel stressed because I felt shameful and I blame myself because I ate something bad supposedly. Yeah, there's no bad and good foods. It's only good for you right now food or not so good for you right now food. So we don't label foods anymore. Like in intuitive eating, there's no labeling. You have to forget about labeling. Yes, there are good foods and there are bad foods, but those are good and bad for you. So if someone comes to you and someone tells you this food is amazing, it's the best, you have to eat it every day because it's a superfood, it's good for you. If you eat it every day and if you don't listen to your body and your body doesn't want it and you're not getting the nutrition that you actually need from another food, that might be a superfood, that might be food packed with vitamins and minerals, that, but you might not need those vitamins and minerals right now. So your body processes all the food. Your body knows what kind of food you want. Your body knows what kind of food you need. So you need to listen to your body first before listening to those people that tell you, okay, this food is good, you gotta eat it every day for breakfast. This food is bad, you don't eat it at all. There's no more labeling. No more labeling food in general way for everybody because we are all different, we're all unique, we're all special, and our bodies work in a different way. What is good for one person let's say peanuts, right? For some people, peanuts are really healthy and good food, and they love it. It's good for their body. And for some people, peanuts are dangerous, right? So it's you cannot label it good or bad because for some it's dangerous and for some it's good because for some it's good, some dangerous. So you cannot label that food because it's just a food. It depends on your body. It depends on your particular experience. It depends on your history with this food. So your body knows. Your body knows what you need, so start listening to it. So let me know in the comments below what kind of intuitive eating tips you have. And I know everyone is different, so everyone has their own tips in their sleep. So we are happy to learn yours. And let me know what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what kind of questions you have. I'm happy to catch up and happy to see if you have any questions. I can do another video on it. So let me know in the comments below. And hit subscribe button. If you want to see more videos from me, you can change it later if you want to. It's not permanent, so you can change your mind later. It's up to you. I release videos every week. And also hit notification button, so every time I post a new video, you can see that it's posted. And share it. Share with anyone if you know that someone struggling with diet, and if you know that someone's struggling with intuitive eating and you think this video might help, share it with your friends or family that really need it, because those things like intuitive eating, it changed my life. So I'm hoping that it will change your life too, because once you learn how to do it, once you start practicing it, completely different world. Completely different. Before it was struggle, now it's easy peasy and so easy, so easy. So I can't even describe like all my feelings. I'm so excited and so happy that I got to that point. So I'm hoping you can get to that point too and stop dieting. And in the next video, I prepare a surprise for you. So 3 reasons why people fail to lose weight. And those are not the reasons that you might think. So check it out and see what you think about it. Let me know in the comments.